it makes like it makes so much more sense though to me to use one of those than toilet paper, because somebody made this point, which was if you like fell down on a lawn and you like planted your hand in dog shit, would you rather just get some, paper towels or toilet paper and just wipe it off, or would you rather run your hands underwater?
It's true. I think it was the comedian Peter Russell that said, he goes, I love bidets and I'll never use toilet paper again. And he's like, it's because you're pretty much smearing it back into your skin until it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He goes, where you're washing it off with a bidet, would you rather smear it into your skin until it's like seemingly gone or wash it off?
It is pretty fucking nuts because like you would have to imagine like back in the day, like people who were just living in like huts or whatever. I have to imagine that they weren't just wiping with leaves, that they were probably using like the local water source to clean their asshole, right?
Somebody downstream drinking it.
Yeah.
Water tastes a bit off today.
With a fucking dead deer in the other fucking end.
Jesus Christ. All right. Fucking hell. Second question I've got, pizza. Pineapple on pizza, or yay or no?
Like as in, do I prefer it or do I enjoy it?
Do you think pineapple should be on pizza?
So I give people like a lot of shit for liking Hawaiian pizza. That's just more for jokes because it's actually not bad. Like I wouldn't go to a pizza place and order it. Like it wouldn't even be like in my like top 10 of fucking toppings.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It has no fucking right to be on a pizza. No fuck. It's a fucking dessert, and it's a heated dessert. Who heats a fucking fruit? And if you do, fuck you.
Yeah, pies.
Stop listening to my fucking podcast if you like pineapple on pizza. Fuck you, Brad. All right, so what's the sexiest and least sexiest name you've ever heard?
The least sexiest and the most sexiest and the sexiest?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, I slept with a girl named Brigade once. Like a military brigade.
Did she get you standing to attention?
Yeah, and I literally, I was jokingly like asking about how she got that name, and I was joking about the military, and she's like, "Oh yeah, my dad named that because he was in the military." I was like, "Oh my god." So yeah, Brigade.
Her dad hated her.
Yeah, that was probably the least sexy name.
Brigade.
I can think of.
That should give me a soft on just listening to it. Fuck.
Yeah, she had a fucking huge ass, like the biggest ass I've ever.
A big badunkadunk.
And I remember the first time we fucked, and I started spanking her, and she was like, "No, I don't like that." And I was like, "Well, then, like, what's the point?
It's fucking.
Why do you have this if I can't spank you? Like that's
Kegel's in. Right. Start him."
God, it's a sexy name.
I know we've had Amara.
Right,
we've had Amara, and we've had Stephanie.
This is kind of a weird thing, but I really do like hooking up with women who have my name.
Alex.
Yeah.
Wow.
And multiple times it's happened. For whatever reason, I find it like entertaining as fuck. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like a sexy name or anything along those lines. It's like a challenge to try to find women named
Can you imagine
Alex.
if you married a woman with the name Alex and it'd be just like the same name, same initials?
Yeah, like the only reason I would ever want to get married is to troll people like that.
Fucking Alex, where? Who? Which one?
Yeah.
The one with tits?
There was actually one that had like a different spelling, so it was ALIX instead of ALEX.
Yeah, and then mostly it's short for Alexandria or something, or Alexis, exactly. Or.
And then some are just weirdly named just Alex.
What is the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
Probably raccoon shit.
Raccoon. I see. I don't know what that smells like because we don't have raccoons.
If you get raccoon shit on your shoe, you have to throw it out.
Yeah, that
Like,
fucking bad.
It's that bad. Like, legitimately, I have gotten raccoon shit on my shoe and tried hosing it off, spraying it with all kinds of cleaner, nothing. Threw it in the washing machine, ran it through the dryer, still smelled. And that's on the fucking rubber sole. Like, it's not like it's even in the fucking cloth. Like,
Fuck.
you cannot get the fucking smell out. It's disgusting.
Fucking, my wife did this podcast, and you call them game stops. Yeah, like the video game place.
Yeah.
She reckons that's the worst smelling place she's ever been. Cause she reckons it smells like nerd and desperation.
Actually, I was helping my brother bought a house down the street. I was helping him and his wife shop for furniture.
Yeah,
and we were at like the part of town where there's just a bunch of furniture shops. It's like the the decor fucking interior design districts of San Diego, and like in the same parking lot as one of the places we were at, there was this game store. And my brother and I thought it was like used arcade games and shit like that people bought for their homes or for businesses. So we're like, oh cool, let's go see if we can like try to find a fucking old Pac-Man or something for the house. And we walk in, and it's just like one of those board game places, like
different, like
fucking like D&D and shit, like like those types of games,
Pokemon cards and
yeah, like it's all that kind of shit, like Magic the Gathering and all that kind of stuff. And we start walking around, and you go in the back, and there's all these tables set up for people to like have like tournaments and games and play their games and all of that. And it's just like fat, like out of shape people with their ass cracks showing everywhere. And we were like, oh my God, this is the most fucking depressing place we've ever walked into.
I always feel like it's the kind of place that you'd open the door, and if too much sunlight got in, they'd all go.
Yeah, exactly. There's actually a guy on Imager who goes to these conventions where all these, they have all these big tournaments. And his entire thing is to take pictures of people's ass cracks hanging out while they're playing. So he like literally, it's all these like, it's all the comic book guy, the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Yeah, worst episode ever.
Exactly. It's all those guys, like just an entire room full of those guys.
All right. What do you think the world would be like if they were filled with female copies of yourself?
Female copies of myself. I mean, people would be getting laid a lot more. Are we talking like 100% female, or are we or we're just saying that the women are like me?
Women like female copies, so they're pretty much you but female.
So men still exist in this scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, people would be getting laid a lot more. There would probably be no fucking war because people would just be getting laid all the time. Like there'd be no aggression.
There'd probably have to be a culling in a few years. I mean, because there'd be just way too many kids. Because apparently no one wears a fucking franger in America. No one.
Well, why would you? Yeah. just fucking spray and pray.
Spray. Like I said, it's the 3 W's, mate. Whip it in, whip it out, wipe it on the curtain. That's the mantra. You can take that one with you.
Wait, say that again.
Whip it in, whip it out, wipe it on the curtain.
Because wiping it on the curtain is going to save you from the STD.
Yeah. They got good drapes.
I've probably told this on the show before, but I had a friend who would like literally just douse himself in Listerine.
Holy shit, that would burn like fuck.
Yeah, right. He literally thought that was going to keep him from getting a fucking STD.
I mean, I know what Head and Shoulders feels like when it hits your fucking balls and dick, and that tingles. Oh wait. So I don't know if you've got the same thing, but we've got a shower gel, a man shower gel called tea tree oil wash, right? And
the scrub, right? It's like
it's scrubbing, and oh mate, it is the most godly thing when it hits your ball sack. It's like if my balls chewed 5 gum.
Yeah, it's like they have like certain shampoos and shit like that here too, with like the tea tree oil that they have in there. Yeah,
it's just you sit back and it's like, oh my God, it's like what freshness feels like.
Yeah, it's like smoking a menthol for your balls.
Mate, I've never asked this question before, so deal with me here. And I feel like you're the kind of person that would have an answer for it. What's popular now, but in 5 years everyone's going to be embarrassed because of they're doing it?
I mean, I was when dubstep was out, I said that dubstep was going to be that, and it was. What's popular now that isn't going to be popular? I would say like most of the TikTok trends.
Oh, the whole fucking TikTok, that whole app.
I mean, I don't know if it'll stay. I think it might stay as like a source of like entertainment or whatever it is. But I just don't like all of like the dances and like the weird shit that goes on there. I don't know. Like there's gonna be shit that'll flame out like super quick.
I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. I hate it, but I just can't stop looking at it.
Like you actually, I don't even have it on my phone. Like you actually downloaded it.
I downloaded it as like a mate goes, "Oh, have you ever seen this?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll download it and see," because I was getting told, "Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll download it and see what it's like." And the night I downloaded it, 3.5 hours later, I was like, "Oh fuck, rabbit hole," because you just like go through it. And I learned something very quickly. You become famous if you have tits, a cosplayer, or under 10. So it's like a pedophile dream.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, a few more questions. Where's the worst place you've ever defecated and urinated?
The worst place I've ever taken a shit is probably when I was in like middle school, I think, maybe like elementary school-ish. I was in a commercial for a Chevy commercial, and so we were shooting at Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, and like I had to shit super bad, and they didn't like set up a bathroom or anything for the shoot, so like there was just the public bathrooms there, and it was fucking disgusting. And I don't know if it was because there was like a homeless situation there at the park before. For whatever reason, all the stalls had the fucking doors removed. So you're just sitting there taking a shit and people are walking by.
Hello.
You know, well, yeah. And I'm like, you know, I'm not even an adult. I'm a fucking kid. So like now, like, yeah, it would be uncomfortable. I'm an adult, you know, you live with it. So you're a kid, you're like looking around all fucking nervous the entire time.
Have the pants like right up, like close so no one can see anything.
Yeah. It was fucking terrible. It was disgusting. Worst piss I've ever taken. I'll piss anywhere. I'm trying to worst piss. I've told this story on the show. Worst piss I ever took was probably on a party bus going up to LA for the 49ers Rams game.
I do. Yeah, I remember that story actually. I do.
So I would say that was fucking a miserable piss.
All right. I think I'll ask you one more question. And it's, what's the most imaginative insult you can think of?
The most imaginative insult that I can think of. I mean, blanket, that's kind of hard.
All right. Direct it at me. Take a good hard look at me and just let it out.
A good hard look at you and just let it out.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Think here.
And I haven't done roast me on the Discord yet, so, and I've been here since day one. I've avoided that.
All right, here we go. You're about as attractive as somebody who is actually LARPing those game guys with their ass cracks hanging out. Like you're like an imitation version of one of those guys.
It's sad because it's true. And fuck, I think the most imaginative one that it was my brother that came up with it. He's like, "You are proof that God has a sense of humor." I'm thinking, thanks, cunt.
Yeah, I mean that's how I felt when I fucking got super hairy. I was like, "Fuck this."
But you've like embraced it. You've got the long hair. You've got the beard. Like, there's pictures of you now on the Discord that people are bringing up of like a baby-faced Alex, and you're like,